Hey, I want to share a story with you while it's fresh in my mind and in hopes to get permission to post this or because people need to know what happened here. This is so bizarre that, you know, I have an employee who's a very good friend of mine, best friend, one of my best friends. And on Thursday, roughly 5 days ago, his 20-year-old son was involved in a car accident that hit a pedestrian. And once the family was at the hospital, the ER doctor said that there was no trauma whatsoever on this young man, who I personally know as well. No trauma, zero trauma. And they were asking the family if there was any medical history. And the father, my friend, at this point said the only thing he could think of on Thursday, 10 days ago from that Thursday, this young man choked while eating. And that he'd been having some complications from this object. He said he choked on a chicken bone 10 days ago. And for the past 10 days that he's been complaining about this lodged object in his throat, enough to where he went and sought medical attention. Not once, but twice, within 10 days. Each time being told there was nothing in there. Each time. And that may not sound like a big deal. And I know a medical diagnosis is a science. But when a young 20-year-old, otherwise healthy 20-year-old, is driving his car and goes into cardiac arrest, hits a pedestrian, to go to the hospital 10 days later, because of this collision that he went into cardiac arrest and is then put on life support. That's negligence, in my opinion. And not only that, but it even gets worse than that. Today, I witnessed with the family them watch their son pass away. All because of a chicken bone lodged in his throat that caused a septic infection in his body, that his body shut down, that caused brain injury. And I tell this story because it's so tragic. And the fact that this young man went to two different medical places, two different ones, and we believe to be on the way to his third one when he had his wreck, when he went into cardiac arrest or stroke, whatever it is that happened that caused all this, to be gone from this world. You know, they want to hold police officers responsible for many actions, and sometimes they should be in some of the cases that we see. But what about the medical professionals that, I don't mean a misdiagnosis for a flu or something like that, but where it has tragic results like this. People need to know about these facilities that provide doctors in our community that are misdiagnosing and not even referring them. When you have a 20-year-old saying something's in my throat, and from my understanding, making it sound like he's overreacting. From the first time he choked on this object, 10 days later has a car accident, 5 days after that to being gone. Something's wrong. And there should be laws to address this type of malpractice, negligence. And part of this is me venting, dealing with it, because I watched a father and a family watch their loved one leave this earth when otherwise completely healthy. Completely healthy. Something's wrong there, folks. And if I get permission to share this to get awareness to it, then I'll post it. Otherwise, I won't. But my heart hurts so much for this family right now. And I can't imagine what they're going through. Not because of a tragic accident that no one could help. Not because of some disease that's been lingering and, it's one of those things that occur to people in this world that's bad things happen to good people. Because of a diagnosis that was missed, not once, again, but twice. That's wrong. That's wrong.